Hey everybody, and welcome to Pal Chat. I am your host, Gina Parker. I am here with my co-host, Sadie Teal.
What's up?
Sadie Teal was just in an award-winning show this last weekend.
Yes, we won Best of Fringe for Fringe Festival is basically like an uncurated festival though. It's not like I won like a freaking juried selection thing. It's basically the most people bought tickets to our show at that specific venue. So Fringe basically sets up an arrangement with a bunch of like local event spaces to put on these shows that are like uncurated, chosen by lottery, and ours just happened to shake out to be the best selling at the Bird, which was it was a lot of fun to do that show yesterday.
Congratulations again. Super
Yeah,
happy for you.
that was great.
And
And what have you
the,
been up to? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what are you watching, listening to, playing
Yes.
music, anything, that you have time for?
There's an album that I've been obsessed with for the last couple of weeks that is hardcore. So it's not for like everyone. I'll just say that. But it's called Unkillable Angel by Ada Rook. And Ada
Mm.
Rook is somebody who I freaking love her lyrics. Like she's so brutally honest and vulnerable and angry for good reason, you know what I mean? And this album specifically, Unkillable Angel, if you've ever had a situation where you're just trying to be nice and people manipulate the hell out of you, whatever, it's such a cathartic album for people who have been like who are trying their best and have somehow latched onto someone who's gonna like take advantage of that to the, insane degree, basically. The song Bury Yourself, uh, I could listen to that on repeat forever. It's so amazing. And it's so angry, but that's why I don't recommend it lightly because it's kind of heavy, but it is what I've been obsessed with. And then yesterday we rewatched Kill Bill Volume 1, which incredible movie. I knew I loved it, but rewatching it, just like it never drags once. Like I think Kill Bill Volume 1 is stronger than Kill Bill Volume 2, but like the animation,
Endings
the
are hard.
visuals, yeah, sorry, what's up?
Well, endings are hard in regards
Yes,
to Kill Bill
yes.
Volume 2.
Yes, but yeah, what have you been watching?
I'll plug a podcast this time, which is again with this. So, for people who are a fan of our podcast, there's another podcast that does an episode by episode review of TV shows. Like, I think they've done 90210, Melrose Place. Now they're doing Dawson's Creek. I do
Nice.
not watch along with it. I just like to listen to the host just talk about the show. And
Hmm.
if you like this show, where we just talk about a show, maybe you like that too. So that's my plug. Very funny
Awesome.
reviews of shows. And we have a new subscriber named Justin Fleming. Justin Fleming, you seem great.
We love you, Justin.
All right, it's time to get into the soaps. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. I need to know what's going on. Dottie's gonna win out in the end. I feel it.
Oh, this is not a good week for Dottie.
No. Okay, my psychic powers have left me.
I mean, I hope she wins out in the
In
end,
the end, but
but
not this
but
week.
for right now, it's not a great week.
Yeah.
So we have Palmer, and he is being a little schemer. So his daughter is catatonic after trying to commit a murder and being sexually assaulted and all this stuff. But
Hmm.
then she starts to make progress and she starts to come back around. Unfortunately, she thinks she's only 10 years old still. She doesn't remember her life. And Palmer basically pays the doctor hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep his daughter's husband and his wife, her mother, away from her because he wants to control her. He
Ah.
wants her all to himself. And so he's like, this guy's out to get you, Cliff Warner. That's her husband's name.
Mm.
He's trying to hurt you. You have to stay away from him. And he's just keeping his poor, you know, traumatized daughter all to himself. And it's
Ah,
bad news.
we don't like it.
We don't like it.
Mm.
And so that brings us to this big crime plot that Tad and Dottie are involved in. So basically, Tad and Dottie were living in the same apartment building. They witnessed a crime. they both worked at Erica's magazine. They're like, we're going to do a story on this crime we saw. Criminals don't like that. So, this criminal named Barton Crane and all of his little thugs have been trying to kill Tad and Dottie. And, Tad and Dottie had to go on the run.
No relation
Not
to Frasier.
right.
Okay.
Uh, and so they're trying to not get murdered, which is, a good goal.
Mhm.
But basically, their significant other. So Dottie is dating a guy named Andrew, and Tad is still in love with Hillary, who's finally freed herself from Bob, the fake dying guy.
Mhm.
And so they find evidence that, proves that Barton Crane is behind everything that they can give to the police that'll get Tad and Dottie out of trouble and, you know, all this stuff. Well,
Mhm.
Hillary's aunt doesn't want Tad and Hillary to get back together because Tad's a dirtbag.
Yes, I support that decision.
But what she does is she takes the evidence from Hillary and Andrew
No.
and she hides it somewhere else and she tells them it's been destroyed. It's like
Now,
there's no,
why would you do that?
and she's like, this way I can keep them apart forever. She's also keeping a murderer on the streets, which is not great, but you know, so Phoebe's husband Langley does his little manipulations and he figures out where the disc is. And he like runs and he gives it to Hillary and Andrew. And Hillary and Andrew are like, this is great news. We're going to go. Anyway, Hillary and Andrew are like, this is great news. We're going to go. We're going to give the disc to Tad and Dottie. Problem solved. Tad and Dottie think the disc is destroyed.
Mm,
They think they only have a short amount of time left to live,
mm.
and so they sleep together. And that's when
No,
Hillary and Andrew
of course.
walk in on them.
Holding the tape, like, we're here to help. So bright-eyed, so loving, so ready to
Yep.
help them, and then to catch them in the
Yeah, it's exactly how you pictured it.
those are always the hardest come downs when you see the character is really enthused and excited and like, yes, and then you see everything wilt away. That happens often in this show, I think,
Oh yeah.
and soaps in general. Tad is a scoundrel.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, we had given up, we knew our lives were over." And she's like, "But our lives are not over. I've got the disc. We can get you guys out of trouble finally. I want nothing to do with you, but you know,
Yeah.
that's where we are now." So that's where we leave all them people.
I feel bad for her, but I honestly think that her ending that with Tad is for the best. Honestly, I feel bad for Dottie and I feel bad for her, but Tad can't be dealt with. Like he should just be completely alone based on his behavior.
And then the bad guys end up finding them, and Tad and Dottie have to run through New York City for
Oh,
their
this is a
lives.
fun sequence.
There's
Oh, the
dogs,
dogs?
they're all
Yes.
tangled up. So Adam has been in a coma since he attacked Erica and they found a brain tumor and his nephew Ross is being Rage Monster Ross again. Nothing really happens. He like lashes out at some reporters and he says he's going to send Jeremy to jail, but I just really want to track over the next few years how often Ross becomes Rage Monster Ross because it
Hmm.
does pay off in a very big way over some years. So
Ooh.
right now he's just a angry jerk, but
But a good outburst is the actor really good at doing those like big tantrums and
oh
stuff.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
All right. So we have secret monk, secret mercenary, secret rich guy Jeremy has gone to see his ailing father and his father's wife, his stepmother. And spoiler, Jeremy's stepmother used to be his girlfriend.
Oh,
So
cute.
his father's just a real dick. He's always complaining about Jeremy being too soft, but also so competitive and annoying and all this stuff. And his wife's like, "You're describing yourself. Like, your son has never been trying to compete with you. You're the one who's always competing with him."
That's
But
typical. You know what? I do think the writers of the show have a good understanding of like family dynamics and psychology stuff.
mhm. Yeah, so he really looks down on Jeremy, but is also trying to take everything he has, including the love of his life, Natalie Marlowe. So, for our fans at home, this is the beginning of Natalie. And this last thing is just a nice thing, which is Myrtle. Myrtle goes on a date with her hairdresser.
Cute.
And that's kind of it. She's
That's a lovely plot.
yeah, they go to the movies and they eat candy. And that's it. That's all that
Aw,
happens.
nice heartwarming plot. I like those too.
And I think this is like a good example of balance within the show. Like you've got the action plot with Tad and Dottie. You
Hmm.
have some drama with Ross and Adam. You have some sweet lightness with Myrtle. There's a good mix of different vibes happening at the
Awesome.
same time, which I like. Winners and losers.
So I actually think that the winner for the week is Hillary, even though she's devastated right now, because I think she needed to see who Tad is as a person. I think she needed to have that illusion popped. And I hope they're done for. Because I don't know anything about Hillary, but I know enough about Tad to know I don't want him hooking up with anyone. And
Mm,
then for the loser, I'm gonna say Tad. I'm just sticking with that plot line because oh, you could have had it all. He was so close to having it all. Scot free, love of his life. But no, he had to just do one little extra thing with Dottie, and for that, you lose, Tad. You're a loser this week.
yeah. After everything he already put Dottie through during their
Yes,
marriage.
loser.
Uh, winner is Myrtle because she went on a nice date with her hairdresser. Good for you, girl.
Cute.
Uh, loser is, I'll say Palmer for kind of brainwashing his already emotionally unstable daughter and hurting his loved ones in the process. That sucks.
Yep.
That's it for this week. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, buy our merch. And thank you so much, Sadie Teal, taking
Thank you,
time out of your big success story to come hang with us.
Thank you, Gina, for organizing all this and getting, everything together. Yeah, you don't need to thank me. This was a treat.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Can't wait to hear what you do next with your projects.
Too
And
many things. Yes.
we'll talk soon. All
Uh,
right. Well,
well,
bye. Thank you for listening. Our theme song is Wouldn't It Be Nice by Sound Mirage featuring Lady Rand. Please rate and review, download, subscribe, all the things. And you can email us at amcrewatch@gmail.com. Thanks. Talk to you next week.